Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr with Doris Burke on our sideline. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First for the Jazz. Conley out there with Mitchell. They've got Gobert. We will see him go to work on that low block. One of the great centers right now in the league. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Bogdanovich in at the power forward. And for Phoenix,
guys, there were a lot of questions about what went wrong for Utah last year as they saw them. Slip from a middle of the pack playoff team to being on the outside looking in the playoffs. One reason was their play on the road.
and it's going to be the Jazz off the tip. And Bogdanovich kicks to Gobert. Pass to Bogdanovich. O'Neal. Defended by Bridges. And it's Conley that time on the assist by O'Neal. Conley's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. As you said with the Jazz last year, getting wins on the road a big problem for them, and they just couldn't keep up in that category. You know, Steve, with other teams vying for a playoff spot.
Yeah, they finished 13 and 28 on the road, and that is what kept them out of the postseason. They just have to improve in that regard this year if they're going to get into the playoffs. I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started, and a better job finishing it off.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, the head coach for the Jazz gave me just a couple of moments to catch up with him. He said Chris Paul is a major concern for them because of his ability to lead a team. He said it all starts with Paul because once he gets going and gets everyone involved, the whole team becomes a well-oiled machine. That is something we're definitely worried about.
And as always, Doris, thank you. That free throw, no good.
You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they've built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires.
Well, Clark, as you said, a lot of the players that left the Suns last season, such as Steve Nash and Grant Hill, had trouble keeping their health up. And, Steve, I don't know, you've been in that organization. Whatever they are doing that are keeping those players healthy and in top shape has been working. They are admirable in the way they have led that car.
Well, it's a tremendous training staff. They've just always done a very good job of keeping their guys healthy by getting them in the training room every day for work, by combining the strength program with the training schedule. But a lot of confidence in that staff from the players, and I think it really showed.
Conley's shot is off.
Nobody near him. He'll normally make that one.
Bridges passes to Paul. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Crowder kicks to Booker. Feeds to Paul. Offensive rebound. And he banks into it.
And what you love about him is just the way he hits the offensive glass. I mean, he knows that those are the easiest points for him. When he can find a loose ball, get an offensive board, and put it back into the basket.
And we can't forget to mention his rebounding now. When you watch him, just keep an eye on the way he battles in the paint when the shot goes up.
Here's Mitchell, and it's sent back by Booker. 3-on-3. Bridges passes to Paul. He kicks it to Crowder. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Mitchell. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
While never a lock for the playoffs, the Jazz were in the driver's seat for a playoff spot up until the All-Star break last season. However, after the second half kicked up again, they just couldn't beat the teams they needed to and lost a lot of ground, letting the Lakers back in the hunt.
And Mitchell drops them both. Of course, the Lakers would eventually pass them up during the final days to snag a playoff spot. But, Steve, as you said, it was just a poor run of games for the Jazz right after the All-Star break to get them in.
Well, it would have been nice for this young core to gain some valuable playoff experience, but well, they did pick up a couple of first-round draft picks. They continue to add talent to this deep roster, and I would think it's just a matter of time before they're back in the playoffs again.
Here's Gobert. The Suns getting the bucket. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
You know, the Suns really had a lot to overcome as they started the rebuilding project. They just weren't the same team the home crowd was used to seeing, and the struggles were evident by that 17-24 record here at home. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Here's Booker, defended by Mitchell. The three. No good from Booker. And the Suns, who have been so good for so long here at U.S. Airways Center, you know, it really was strange to see them drop so many games on their home court.
Well, to give you an idea of just how dominant this team has been here in Phoenix, this was the first time since the end of the 2003-2004 season that they didn't have a home record better than 500.
Here's Booker. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Bridges passes to McGee. 11 feet away. And it's off the back rim. No good.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Whiteside with it. Johnson on him. Whiteside, no good.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim. That's exactly what he can give you.
And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Payton.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, Clark, and getting the ball inside into that lane area has been huge for them.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Suns lead by 2. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Suns?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
To the middle. It's tipped. It's taken away by Payton. Makes the lead pass. Payne shot it. It's good.
a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz. The Suns making a switch here. Smith has checked in. Here's Conley.
Well, you know, I tell you what, guys, it's a tough road to hoe when you're trying to rebuild in the Western Conference. There's just no room or margin for error, and teams pile on while you're down.
Suns leading by 4. Payne passes to Johnson. Kept alive. Smith rejected by Bogdanovich. He dishes it to Conley. Jazz passing it around. Here's the 3. The shot's good from Bogdanovich. And back to the Suns in the West. They did finish with the worst record in the conference. They managed only 17 wins, Steve, against other teams in the West.
And that wasn't the worst mark, but it was close. The Suns' problem was that they didn't have a huge inside presence for long stretches of the season. And when you lack depth against teams with tough power forwards or centers out west, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Well, really a promising young roster for the Utah Jazz team, guys. A lot of blue-chip talent there. I think in a couple of years, this team has a chance to be one of the best in the West.
Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. And you got to give this Utah front office a lot of credit. You're right, Clark. They've only missed the playoffs 5 times in the last 30 seasons. Steve, that is a remarkable run.
What I like about Utah, too, Kevin, is that they seem to stay ahead of the curve. They make moves while they still have leverage, dealing Carlos Boozer, Kirilenko, De'Aaron Williams. So they've done a good job of getting value, getting assets, and continuing to look ahead. And he's a guy who's so difficult to challenge defensively in terms of blocking his shot because he makes adjustments in the air and has the body control to allow himself the discipline to still get it keeps the ball going, a lot of screening and cutting. It's a great offense and it's difficult to cover, but I like what you said. It teaches the young players how to play as well.
Number 12 will not go. This is off the front iron. Utah trailing here. Here's Clarkson. And that misses. That would have put him up. For Phoenix, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Here's Payne. Drills the three-pointer. He has 5.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Now the pass to Gobert. Knocked away. It's stolen by Smith. Misses off the left iron.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range. Get the perimeter!
Clarkson, who's guarded by Johnson. Here's Clarkson. Here's Gobert. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Well, and you know, you'll take what you can from him from the foul line. A season ago, he shot in that low 60% range.
And because he struggled with his free throw shooting so much last season, I thought he was hesitant at times to be aggressive. Wasn't looking to draw contact and was trying to avoid getting to the foul line.
Payton, he's checked in for Phoenix. He hits the second from the line. Suns leading by 3. Poked away, tries to save it, and out of bounds as Utah gains possession. The Suns making a switch here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Clarkson. An easy 2 points on the layup.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Took him no time at all on that one. 8 points for him.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but he seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
52 seconds left in the second quarter. And the shot is good.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And the Suns making a change here. Chris Paul. 44 seconds left in the first half. And it's Paul missing.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
It's good. This game is all even. 8 points for him.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
Easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. The Suns making a switch here. Number 11. There's 14 seconds left here in the second. Back in off the glass. He's got 10. Here's Paul. The shot no good. Second quarter ends in a tight one. It's the Jazz up 2. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome, everyone. Damon Bruce here. It's time to review all the goings-on from half number 1. Utah with the lead against the Suns out at U.S. Airways Center. Getting to the line has yielded them points. It's also put their opponents into foul trouble early. Some great work out there by Michael Conley. He's carved up the D like a hot knife through a warm cliche. Great play so far. On the other side, the Suns also putting up numbers. They're an up-tempo team, and the Ponies are running. The advantage in fast break points is obvious. No surprise here. And that's all we got for you here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. The Suns trailing. Here's Booker. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Three-pointer. But they get it back. Crowder kicks to Booker. Second shot opportunity, and that one's good. Booker's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Suns.
Well, you got to be so careful with him defensively because he has the ability to get hot at a moment's notice. And if that happens at the wrong time, you're in some big trouble.
And another thing about his game that's really noticeable is how well he handles defensive pressure when he's getting his shot off. He's a very composed shooter.
The Jazz shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. To the inside, and taken away by Paul. Crowder kicks to Paul. Rejected by Gobert. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The Jazz have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. The first free throw is good. Both good from the line that time.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
And the Suns call time.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there, and now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
The Jazz making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Feet, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Gone 4 for 4 from the field. Perfect so far. Clarkson defended by Booker. That's good. He's got 14.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
And it's Paul penetrating. No good from Booker.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly.
There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Down low.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Passes it to Ingles. There's the dish to Conley. Nice ball movement by Utah. Pass to Bogdanovich. Here's Gobert. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
No luck. Utah leading. Conley left side. To the paint. No good. Some solid defense here from Crowder. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Bridges. There's the block. Clarkson defended by Booker. And it's blocked. Fast break. Here come the Suns. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Michael Conley picks one up.
Well, that's what we're used to seeing him do. You know, but he hasn't had his usual impact offensively. I'll tell you what, he needs more touches.
And the Suns making a change here. The Suns have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Well, one of the highlights last season, this team shot the ball extremely well from the stripe. Huge factor.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
No good from Gobert. The Suns shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Payton, that's good.
What a finish with that hoop.
41 seconds left here in the third quarter. And the pass to Bogdanovich. Outside Conley. Nailed from three-point land. Conley's got 6 points.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Payton right side. No good with the layup. Utah's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Clarkson. Nice D from Bridges.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
Johnson attacking. Here's Paul. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. First time out of the game called for Utah. Knocks it loose. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And they've really done a nice job on the glass, too. A lot of second-chance points here tonight.
Pass to Mitchell. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. Chris Paul picks up that one.
At the line of the Jazz, Mitchell taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. He hits both from the stripe. Suns shooting for the game at 42%. Here's Booker, defended by Mitchell. Really left alone that time.
It's been the story of the game for him. Fortunately, his teammates have bailed him out.
Utah trailing here. The feed to O'Neal. Kicks to Whiteside. Backs down. Shoots. And the jumper from down low is good.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
Now, this is when defenses have to protect the basket with everything they've got. Force the offense to shoot from the perimeter.
Crowder. Suns keep it alive.
A high-quality shot is almost always going to come off a rebound like that.
And Clark, he is so good at working his way inside, holding off the defenders under the glass, and being in the right position.
Knows how to use his body.
Yeah, and I just like the way he persistently pursues the pumpkin.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. And the Suns call time. And the Jazz making a change here. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. Monty Williams had some words for his team. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
At the line for 2.
And that one falls for Bridges. And Utah making a change here. He doesn't get the second one. Jazz trail by 3. Passes it to Gobert. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call.
Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and not one of them like that.
No good from Booker. Utah's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. It's rebounded by Paul. The Suns have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Uncovered. Phoenix no good that time either.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up. A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
The Suns shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Gain moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Offensive rebound. Uses the glass to finish the way.
They've done a terrific job of getting offensive rebounds and then converting those here in the second half. I mean, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but they've turned them all into points.
Pass to Mitchell. Takes a 3. Crowder pulls it in. And Gobert kicks to Bogdanovich. A minute 42 left to play here in the fourth. Gobert. The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line. And that one misses. The Suns leading. He feeds it to Crowder. Suns moving the ball around. They get a hand on it. Ball goes in. Shot clock at 6.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
And the Suns call time. They're up by 1. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter of this one. .19 left in the fourth quarter. Dishes it to Crowder. 6 on the shot clock. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And the Suns lead by 3.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he's finding it very difficult to score here in the fourth.
Here's Clarkson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Knew he wasn't going to miss there, not with so much riding on it.
The Suns have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Ball passes to Bridges. Intercepted. Here's Bogdanovich, defended by Bridges. 2 on none, no one back to stop this.
Well, Paul's got him dropping right now for sure.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Mitchell. Inside. Gobert misses in close.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Paul dishes to Booker. Back to Paul. From downtown. It's rebounded by Gobert. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass it to Bogdanovich. It's stolen. Here's Bridges. Paul outside.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
And here's Conley outside. No good. And so it's Phoenix who scraped by with the win. Clark, it was anybody's